It's honestly pretty rare to me that a game like this comes out. Like, very rarely does a game show up that shocks the industry. But my god, I think Highguard, like, currently, might take the record for worst game of the year. Then again, we have just started, so it is very possible that there could be worse games. But still, I think in terms of the live service crowd, we're not going to see anything as like bad as Highguard. Keep in mind that the game has only 15,000 players in it right now, and that its all-time peak was 97,000. This game is more or less dead on arrival for a live service game. And so just to get everything through, I just wanted to go through the deep dive on Steam, the deep dive trailer, because I'm not putting that shit in my library, and you shouldn't either. Don't waste the 25 gigabytes that this game demands. Go, excuse me. Go put that into something better like Hollow Knight Silksong.
Here we go again, gang.
Summoning great assistance! Moving in for the attack. Follow me. Got a
Like, already, this looks like the most generic experience you've ever seen, right?
generator here.
Perfect. I'll take it. Planting a bomb. Woo! We're gonna burn this place to the ground.
At its core, Highguard is a new mode.
Wow. Look at these amazing characters. You have generic guy. Not Yoshimitsu. And really shitty fan-made Warframe character.
Between two teams of 3 wardens each. To start, each team chooses a unique base to defend. This is your main stronghold, while you ride out to fight in the open territory to secure the Shieldbreaker. The ultimate goal of the match is to use the Shieldbreaker to successfully raid and destroy the enemy team's base before they can destroy yours. Each warden is built specifically for Highguard's PvP raid mode. They combine tactical skill with powerful magic.
Oh my god. Look at how generic these characters look.
You'll have your choice of characters with unique abilities.
Wow. Just wow. This is the best you could come up with.
Designed around destruction, infiltration,
Hiding in plain sight.
and resource acquisition.
Some Vesper to mine here.
The magical abilities of our wardens supplement combat.
I swap forms, my friend.
Yeah, because that doesn't remind me of anything. I hope it doesn't remind you of anything.
But we're still a gun game at our core. You've got your team of wardens, now it's time to choose your base. Prior to venturing into Highguard, you'll be randomly presented with 4 options for your home base. Your team will vote on which one feels like the best fit for you.
Also, I don't know if this is true, but keep in mind that there are 7 bases, supposedly. So, you only get 4 options out of the potentially 6 or 7 bases.
The enemy team gets the same 4 choices.
Why does it say recommended? What makes this base a better choice than like this one over here? Like I don't get it.
Each base is the size of a classic small team deathmatch map. They
Jesus.
all have different layouts and visual styles, but most importantly, distinct attack and defensive strengths and weaknesses that depend on your playstyle. Once you've selected your warden and your base, you spawn in. You have 1 minute to plan your defenses and pick your starting loadout. Every warden can use any weapon. Select your primary, secondary, and your raid tool. You can change your loadout at the beginning of every match. Each player also starts with 5 wall reinforcements, which they can use to armor up different areas of their base. Once the defensive phase is up, your base unlocks, and your team mounts up and rides out.
Time to ride!
God, look how big the map is.
Teams are fighting for control of the Shieldbreaker, which is the key to starting a raid on the other team. But the Shieldbreaker takes a few minutes to form. During this time, players should explore different points of interest and loot better gear. You can find upgraded guns,
Found a saber rifle.
armor, better saddles, and magical amulets that are imbued with perks.
I don't get what the point of the saddles are, right? Does it make your mount go faster?
Weapon chest here.
But stay alert. The other team is doing the same, so skirmishes are inevitable.
Enemy here. Everyone with me, let's go.
Stick together as a team to have strength in numbers, or take a chance and
Yeah, but like the matches are only 3v3, so I don't really see any scenario where that would really happen in a map this big. Right? Like, I would argue it'd actually be harder to find the other players than it would be to find loot.
split up to get more loot for yourself.
Everyone just remember where you came from.
Oh my god, these voice lines are also terrible, by the way.
Also around the map are crystal formations called Vesper.
Vesper to mine over here.
Use your Warden's Axe to mine this valuable resource. You also get Vesper from kills
Quick, swift, clean, and done.
and from successfully attacking or defending a raid.
Defusing the bomb. Watch my back.
Copy that.
If you're not having luck finding the loot you need, Trader Flynn is a great way to supplement your equipment.
Whatever you need, I've got it.
Why does he sound like Kano?
He can be found in your base or out in the open world, and he will happily sell you better armor.
Why would you ever need this guy when there are loot chests? Like, I feel like just looking for the loot chests would get you better stuff, right? Like, why would I waste my time? I guess, like, this stuff is guaranteed, sure. But, like, in a game where I can just, like, go find a bunch of chests and potentially get even better loot, why would I, like, waste my time farming a bunch of materials just to buy, like, some loot?
Armor, guns, and gear.
Appreciate the kindness.
So hunt down or purchase the best loot possible and win those skirmishes.
I don't start fights. I end them.
During the gear up phase, always make sure you're keeping one eye on the sky.
Storm's brewing. Shieldbreaker should be ready soon.
When the storm forms, the Shieldbreaker's location is revealed. It randomly spawns in one of 3 unique points of interest. Once that Shieldbreaker forms, nothing else matters. Rally up and fight for possession. If your team manages to secure the Shieldbreaker, your objective is to get to the enemy base and start the raid. But the enemy team will do everything in their power to stop you from getting to their base.
Gang, time to attack.
Like what? Like, again, it's 3v3, and this map is huge. Just take a different route. I guess the guy with the Shieldbreaker or whatever is, like, marked on the map, like in Capture the Flag or something. But, again, just take a route that the enemy team can't reach. And so, like, I don't see how you could even stop it. Just...
If you die, you'll drop the Shieldbreaker, and the enemy team can pick it up
Let's mount up and soar to victory.
and run it to your base.
Oh, these
Start
voice
your
lines are
raid.
terrible.
Once you get to the enemy base, plant the Shieldbreaker and start the raid. The raid begins with the summoning of your siege tower that will break through the enemy's outer shield and become your spawn point during the raid.
We're getting raided. Jumping back to defend.
The defending team will be able to teleport back to their base, so be ready to fight.
You better be ready.
Once the shield has been broken, the raid begins. The enemy base contains objectives your team will need to sabotage and destroy. But in order to successfully penetrate a well-defended base, you'll need to use your Warden's abilities and your raid tool. Every Warden comes equipped with one.
Also, I just want to take a look at these hammers, because I was watching this with a friend of mine last night, and he pointed something out to me. Look at the grip here. This is where your hand would go. This is also a grip. So what the hell is all this? Like, how are you even supposed to hold this?
Every warden comes equipped with one raid
And look at this monstrosity. The trigger is above the gun. Like, imagine holding that. It just looks stupid. Why just have the trigger below the gun? This looks like what, like an 11-year-old, like, that saw like a harpooka is like, oh yeah, this is cool. Yeah, these people worked on Apex and Titanfall, by the way. I just want to point that out. So they couldn't think of like, why not just use like a normal grappling gun? Like, what's wrong with that? Like, you couldn't think of anything cooler? Like, this looks terrible.
tool of their choice.
And look at this. Like, what is this over here? Like, at least the trigger's in a normal spot, but what is this? Why is that there?
You can choose between a rocket launcher for a more straightforward approach, a zipline gun for when your attack plan requires coming in from above,
Attacking target B.
or a blast hammer when you just want to bring it all down.
Path clear. On me.
Different tools are more effective for different bases. Once inside the base, your objective is to sabotage enemy generators.
Blow this place sky high!
Once the bomb is planted, you'll need to hold the objective while the enemy team tries to flush you out
I'm defusing the bomb. Watch my back.
and disarm the charge. Each base has 2 generators and an anchor stone. If a generator is successfully destroyed, it does 35 damage to the enemy base. If you can get to the anchor stone, which is harder to assault, more heavily reinforced, and has a longer countdown, it completely destroys the enemy base, ending the match in victory. Getting the enemy base to
Okay.
0 health is how you win the game. This often ends in a generator blowing up, but not always. There are other ways to do damage to the enemy base. For example, planting a shield breaker and starting a raid will damage the base. And it's not just about attacking. Successfully defending your own base will damage the attacking team's base, so you can win with a great defense. If a raid is successfully defended, the game is not over. Damage is done to your base, and that base health does
Why? Why is the match not over? Like, shouldn't the match end after, like, the raid phase? Like, let's say, let's say you do the gear up, you do the initial defense, the gear up, and then you raid the base. Or, like, someone gets a shield breaker, and now a base is being raided. So, like, now we're attacking the base, and I assume there's, like, a time limit on how long a raid can last. Like, shouldn't the match just end? Like, let's say you successfully defend your base in that time. Cool, the defenders win because they played a better defense. Or the attackers win by destroying the base. Shouldn't that just be the end of the match? Because I remember reading a review that said a match for them, their first match, took 32 minutes. That is way too long. And I saw another GameSpot article that said matches take between 8 and 30 minutes. That is way too long for a game where each match only has like 6 players. Because this is a 3v3. There are only 6 players in any match. So yeah, that's way too long. Just make it end with the raid phase. Like, if your base is still up, defenders win. If the base is destroyed, attackers win. Like, just do that.
does not regenerate. Players will respawn at their base and ride out for another gear up phase.
No. Yeah, actually, yeah. That's your punishment for not winning the match immediately. You have to play more of this game. That's your punishment.
Let's ride!
As the match progresses, all the loot in the map upgrades.
Paladin here.
The weapons get stronger, the armor and equipment improves, and the stakes get higher. A match can go anywhere from 1 raid to 4, which means matches.
So, also, Wait.
Can last anywhere from 8 minutes to around 30 minutes.
Oh, they even put it in their video, 8 to 30 minutes. What the fuck? A match shouldn't take that long in a game where there's only 6 players.
If the teams are really trading raids,
Back in the fight.
winning a match will often come down to a clutch bomb plant with a few seconds left on the clock.
Someone call for a demolition man. Bomb planted.
Or a tight team fight with mobility, positioning, and shooting skills out in the open world. So that's Highguard. We're excited for you to try our unique take on this new PvP raid shooter.
This feels like a Frankenstein's monster of like 7 different like games.
All you need to know at first is loot up, grab the shield breaker, and raid the enemy base. And stick together. This is a
I see no incentive to stick together at all. Like why would there be any incentive to stick together? The map is so big. You could just go off on your own, like pick the stealth character and just win it. Like I see no incentive to even play as a team.
team game. There's lots more to unpack as you start going deeper, but for now, assemble your wardens and we'll see you in Highguard.
Okay, so I had like a huge brain fart earlier, but there's something I want to point out here. The time to kill looks extremely short. Like, it looks way too easy for, like, people to die.
In victory.
Like, can I just get... Let me just find a clip here.
Getting the enemy base to 0 health is how you win the game. This often ends in a generator blowing up, but not always. There are other ways to do damage to the enemy base.
Yeah, like,
For
look at
example,
that.
Planting a shield breaker and starting a raid will damage the
Like,
base.
one shot.
And it's not just about attacking. Successfully defending your own base.
Look at that. The time to kill just looks extremely short, right?
Will damage the attacking team's base, so you can win with a great defense. If a raid is successfully defended, the game is not over.
And again, I feel like the game should seriously just end after the first raid phase. Maybe like 2. You know what I mean? Like, maybe if you want to really kind of push it, like, you feel like that might be a little unfair. Okay, maybe have like 2 phases. Like, you're allowed 2 raid phases per game. On that second raid phase, it's over. But personally, I think there should only just be 1. Like, I think this game is just a complete Frankenstein's monster of, like, 7 different games put together, and none of them mesh very well. And clearly the audience agrees with me, because the game is still sitting at mostly negative. Let me just minimize here. Yeah, see, I have 20,000 reviews, only 30% of them are negative, and last night it was only 25%. Like, there aren't even, like in Titanfall 2, you had, like, not only players in multiplayer matches, but you had, like NPCs. You had, like, enemy units that you could attack. So that way, even if you weren't killing players, you could still get, like, points for your team, right? But, meanwhile, in this game, there are apparently no NPCs in the map. There are no, like, AI-controlled, like, enemy units to kill. It's just the 6 players in this giant open world. Open zone, whatever. So, there's no way you're gonna, like, have these, like, hyper intense, like, skirmishes. Like, the game keeps, like, shoving in your face here.
And requires coming in from above
Attacking target B.
or a blast hammer when you just want to bring it all down. Different
You know what I
tools
mean?
of
They keep showing, like, these hyper intense battles here, but at no point are you ever going to, like, actually do this. most of the match is just gonna be you running. It's gonna be more boring than like a battle royale, where you're just running around the map collecting loot, and then maybe you'll have like, you know, a few, like 1 or 2 minutes of like high intense like battles, if you're really lucky. But more often than not, I suspect most players are killed because they didn't see the dude come up behind them.
For different bases. Once inside the base, your objective is to sabotage enemy generators.
Right. And then you sabotage the base and you win or lose.
Blow this place sky high!
Once the bomb is planted,
But yeah, I think that's a...
you'll need
I think that's enough of that. So, yeah, make sure to like the video, comment the video, and subscribe.